welcoming you all to this session of Script to Screen 2.0, highlighting different aspects of cinema. Film and Television Department of iLEAD wishes to conduct a series of workshop and panel discussions. This session will address the issues of filmmaking from pre-production to post-production to enrich them under the guidance of the experts from the respective fields.
Typically, as filmmakers, you've been trained to work on the script, do the pre-productions, doing production, edit and everything, and then you make the film. The biggest question is, what do you do after that? And if you look at the history of cinema, I mean, there are certain things which has really not changed, in the sense that whether you're making an independent film or whether you're making a film which is based on a large studio or backed up by a big studio, I don't see there is much difference in terms of the distribution channels that you have, because finally at the end of the day you have to compete with, say, a Pathan, for example, and therefore the avenues which an independent filmmaker can exploit are to that extent very limited.
If you are going to any person who is going to produce your film, why he or she or why that entity will produce your film and let you to be independent, where their infrastructure or finance, whatever you can say, is involved in it. Now the question is a point of negotiation between you and that person to match that interest part, like in what point you are making the film, and that should match the other person who is producing.
Basically, the ideation, how do a idea germinates in terms of a film.
The two documentaries I've made, those are character-driven documentaries. So generally, what happens with me, if you see both of the film, you will find some similarity between those two characters, Fatima and Bonnie. So I kind of relate to these characters. These are the 2-3 elements. That's like one, relating to the character, see my reflection. I have something to say. That urge, why you become a director? You have something to say, so you have something to prove.
ডকুমেন্টারি ক্ষেত্রে যেগুলো হয়েছে যে আমি মানে সেই অর্থে কোনো বিষয় বেছে নিয়ে করতে যাইনি, মানে আমি যেখান দিয়ে রেগুলার যাতায়াত করি বা বুঝি, ধরো 10 বছর বা ছোটোবেলার থেকে কিছু একটার মধ্যে দিয়ে বড় হয়ে এসেছি, সেইগুলোই তুলেছি। বাকিটা ব্যক্তিগত ক্ষেত্রে যে একটি প্রেমের গ্রামে যায় আর কি, এবং খুব যেখানে গেলেই প্রেম হয়ে যায় এরকম, সেটাকে খুঁজে পাওয়াটা একটা ডকুমেন্টারির মতো করে গিয়ে দেখার।
There are so many kind of documentaries that it cannot be one, ideation process. I mean, documentaries are poetic, documentaries are investigative, documentaries are performatory, documentaries are participatory, documentaries are historical, and then there are character-driven and personal documentaries. So there cannot be one way you get to that subject.
How do you define independent cinema and independent filmmaking?
Which comes from any film history that you would read, but it comes from in the respect of Hollywood. That's how the term came. Why was this called independent? Because there was a very thriving studio system. It still is in a different form, but especially in the 50s, 60s, there was a very thriving studio system, extremely entrenched with deep tentacles into the distribution system, spreading all over the world.
The man is born free, but everywhere he is in chains. I think that sums up our situation. I am independent in my thought, like I can feel that I try to make the film which I want to make. This is one thing. I write my own script and I believe in the script, what I am trying to do. I have definitely maybe some unsaid, uncontrolled pressure. So we're not exactly independent, it's a misnomer, but also this much of freedom that we have, we can try to make our own film.
And we took a camera, went to Bihar, got some shots, distributed it to my potential financiers who liked it, gave it to us. And I told them, you are not going to get this money back. Are you okay? Somebody said, oh, I mean 1 year, 2 years, no, you will not get it back. Okay. I'm free. This is totally independent film for me.
It's a wonderful sessions, wonderful faculties, wonderful administrations, and wonderful arrangements of our script to screen.
It's the second year of 2.0, and I think this kind of workshops will like keep happening.
প্রচুর কথা বললাম, হ্যাঁ, এত কথা অনেক দিন একসঙ্গে বলিনি।
We are taking into consideration things which are beyond only the aesthetics of filmmaking, about producing and about the other logistics of filmmaking, which is extremely important.
ভালো লেগেছে, খুব ইন্টারঅ্যাক্টিভ হয়েছে, আর স্টেজ শেয়ার করেছে, সিনেমা নিয়ে কথা সবসময় ভালো লাগে।
স্টুডেন্টরা নিজেদের ইনোভেটিভ যে আইডিয়াগুলো থাকে সেইগুলো অনেক ক্ষেত্রে ইউনিক একটা ব্যাপার হয়, তো সেইটা ইন্টারাকশন করা, সেইটার সাথে একটা টাইম এক্সপেন্ড করা, সেইটা থেকে একটা মজা তো আসে, সেই আনন্দটা পেলাম।
আশা করি ওদের ভালো লাগলো এবং আমাদেরও কিছুটা জানা হলো।
আমাদের এই শহরেই যারা আছেন এক্সপার্ট, তাদের কাছ থেকেই আমাদের অনেক কিছু শেখার আছে।
So it's a very interesting experience coming here, and the finest part is coming here again and again.
I salute iLEAD for taking a step ahead in this direction, and got to know about iLEAD's film courses, which I think is quite good in this field of work.